everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. If you're a new subscriber, you're very welcome, and if you're subscribed already, you're very welcome back. So, Merry Christmas to you all, if I say that first. I know I'm a bit late to the party, but I thought I wasn't going to really do an upload or a video before the end, before next year, because I was going to do it next year, well, tomorrow or whatever. But I decided, I thought, no, to heck with it, I'll just come on and I'll do an end of the year little chat with you. So I've no hauls, no nothing, whatever, just a little chat with you. So grab yourselves a cuppa, like I have, and we'll sit down and we'll chat away. So, what have you all been up to? Did you all have a lovely Christmas? And are you looking forward to a new year? Can't believe I'm saying that already. It's the end of the year already. Where's this year went to? It just went really fast. I mean, it just doesn't seem like any length of time that I was sitting in the garden talking away to my neighbour about different things and passing him like a puzzle book thing that I had. And it just seems like it was yesterday. And I can't believe, like, we've had Christmas, where it's New Year's Eve, or Hogmanay as we call it here. And we're starting in a new year tomorrow. It just seems like it's just flown by. I must say as well, I got my nails done and I've had to take them off because I was packing away my decorations the other day. What day is this? 31st? What day is it? 31st. Everybody must be the same. I even had to ask Alexa what day it was. Not the date, but the day. I couldn't even remember. Yeah, I'd packed everything away. Like about 2 days ago, packed everything away, was lifting up a box to put it into the cupboard, didn't realise it was a little bit heavy, and went, oh gosh, one of the nails, it split right across the middle, and I thought, oh, I'm not going about with just one nail like that. And then, so I thought, to heck with it, I'll just take them all off, and that's it. So I'll try and see if I can grow them again. But my nails are very soft, so they can only grow them to a certain length, and they just break anyway. I have to keep filing them down and everything like that. So we'll see. I was hoping that they would last through to my birthday, which is the 7th of January. And then I thought, well, after that, if they break, they break. But no, that's them away. So that's it. They're away. So anyway, so I'm glad I got a good review about the truffles and the mincemeat fudge that I'd done. Yeah, I was so glad about that. Yeah, because I mean, I've been making the truffles like since about the 80s or something. As I said in one of my comments, it was from a lady that I knew years and years ago, and she wrote it down for me on a bingo ticket of all things, and I've still got that bingo ticket to this day, as I showed you. And yeah, they went down a treat. I mean, I used to make them a lot years ago when I first got the recipe, but then when sort of like, you know, things like changed in that over the years and whatnot, so I stopped making them. I used to do a lot of baking, I must admit, years ago as well, and things, but nah, everything's just kind of fallen by the wayside and fizzled out, I think. I really hope to try and maybe get back into it again, maybe next year, making bits and pieces and things. I'll show you what I'm making that. Well, I do make the Irish soda bread. I've been doing that for years. Excuse me, I need to be drinking my coffee. Yeah, I've been doing that for years. But, so yeah, Christmas, as I said to you, is, I know sometimes it can be a happy time, it can be a sad time, it's a mixed emotions time. For me, it's a kind of a mixed emotions, excuse me, because I no longer have my parents. My mother used to come to me like every Christmas Eve and stay over like through till New Year. I mean, she only stayed like about half a minute or whatever. Well, I wouldn't say half a minute, but I mean 5 minutes or whatever up the road, and you were at my mum's. And she used to stay here and that, and we used to have a really good fun, good laugh. It would just be like me and my mum and my son, and so we just have like Christmas and New Year all together. It's never been well, since my dad passed away and that as well. I think it's never really been the same for me, because I mean, I do have a lot of family, I must admit. Not like fam. I've got a lot of family on my mum's side. There's a lot of family on my dad's side and that as well. But I mean, I could honestly say to you now, if I'm being truthful and honest, half of them I don't even know. I could go to somebody's house and they'll say this is such and such, and they can be about 20 or 30-year old and I've never met them. That's how close we are. I mean, we've never ever been like a proper close family, and I have to really watch what I say here because I know that this will probably be watched, and I'm not saying that in a nasty way, but I know somebody will watch this, and then whatever I say it'll be contradicted, and it'll go back to whoever, or it'll be fired around everybody. It'll be like a firework going off, the way a firework opens up. So I have to watch what I say. Yeah, but it's just that, as I said, I've got relations, and there's relations that I've never met, you know, before. Not through my own fault, as I must admit, but it was a situation that happened after my mum passed away. I mean, me and my mother were very, very close, I must admit. We were absolutely like that. You know, I was like our firstborn, and you know, I think you get attached. Obviously, everybody gets attached to their mum, but I think I was attached to her more than I'll ever know until she passed away. You know, so get a wee bit teary. Sorry, compose myself. Yeah, so sorry about that. I think it was just speaking about it. It just got me. Yeah, I mean, my mum and I had such a great time together. Not just at Christmas and New Year, but just at any given time. You know, she knew the way I was. She knew the way I acted. Like, not in a bad way, but the way I acted. Like, I mean, you only see a little bit of me on here, but what people see, friends and that, and off here, is that I can be quite funny. I'm quite witty, and I'm quite with it. You know, I'm like right in there with a funny comment or something like that. And my mum knew that I was like, even like my dad and that knew exactly what I was like. They knew me, you know, that I would just reel off something as quick as anything, you know. But yeah, so that's yeah, and I miss all that because, you know, I mean, it was 2013 when my mum passed away, so it's been quite a few number of years now. You know, my dad was 1998, so I've lost both my parents when I was like in my 30s and my 50s and that. So, I mean, it's quite a long time. I suppose some people don't have their parents as long as that, but, you know, yeah. But, yeah, it's just a sad situation that, you know, that you can't be... have a proper, that's really what I miss, is having a proper family all together Christmas, even not just at Christmas, like all year through. You know, you miss these kind of moments, these situations. I mean, I've probably been like, you know, like thinking, like, what's the word I'm trying to say here? It's hard for me to really explain the situation without going into too much detail, as I said to you before, because I don't want anything coming back on me. You know, because you can, if I said something today, tomorrow there'd be another thing spread about me, or oh, she said this, she said that, she said this, she said that, she's telling people this, she's telling people that. So I have to really watch what I'm saying and not say too much. But I wish I could tell you exactly the situation that I'm in just now, with a family situation, but as I said, without going into too much detail, I'm trying to find a roundabout way to say it. Basically, kind of in a nutshell, the only time I ever have a chat, a comment basically, is on Facebook with any relations that I have. It's not like you don't get like Christmas cards, you don't get a phone call, you don't get a text, because half the time I don't know their addresses and I don't know their numbers. So, but before I was told this works both ways. But when you don't know somebody's number and you don't know somebody's address, you can't send a Christmas card and you can't text them. So how can it work both ways? I have to say I could say to them, here's my number, text me. I've done that before, but I've never got any text. I've sent Christmas cards, never got any back. So I mean, how can it work both ways if I'm doing all the on my side and I'm getting nothing on the other side? So you can't do much about it, can you? And this is what causes a lot of confrontation. Not by me, but just because obviously, see, I'm a person that, funnily enough, when I do a YouTube channel, it's hard to say, I like to keep myself to myself. I like to be in control of my life, and I like to do the things I want to do, when I want to do them, and how I want to do them, within reason, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to go skinny dipping or run outside naked in the street, not anything like that. I'm talking about if I want to go to somebody's house to visit them, I won't just turn up at somebody's house. I'll always say to them, you know, I mean, in fact, I won't even just say, I'll come and visit you. I like to wait for somebody to come to say to me, would you like to come for a cup of tea? The same as what I would do. I say, if you know, like even if I meet somebody in the street, like somebody I know, a friend, or I haven't seen for a while, I'll say, oh, I pop in for a cup of tea, we'll have a wee chat. You know, I'll say it like that. I don't like force myself to go to anybody's house and say, or force myself to say, you know, I'll come and visit you. Maybe they don't want me to come and visit them. I'd rather wait for them to say to me, why don't you come in and pay me a visit, or pop in, we'll have a wee chat, or I'll meet you a bit of lunch, or anything like that. I don't force myself to be in anybody's company. You know, it's just me. But, and try as I might to get back on side with certain members of my family, it never works. You know, you know, you can mention something and say, it's been too late, or it's been too long, I should say, let's make amends, or let's do this. But nothing ever happens. So I've decided this year, for next year anyway, that I'm not going to force anybody to be in my company, or force anybody to be in my life. It's up to them. If they want to be in my life, so be it. But I'm not going to force my way into anybody's company. So that's why Christmas is a kind of a bit of a bittersweet kind of situation for me. I see my son and his fiancée, and I see my friend over Christmas, because that's where I actually went. I went to see, I spent Christmas Day with my friend's husband's sister, if you could follow that. Because I've actually got friends, like my friend Anne, she is a really, really good friend to me. You've met her on here, one of the channels, it's one of the videos I should say, at Halloween. And to me, she feels as if I should never be alone at a certain time of year, or I should never be alone any time of the year, basically. You know, she's always wanting to make me feel welcome and bring me into something, you know. So that's why she knew, because she knew that I'd probably be at Christmas Day on my own, because my son goes to his fiance's parents, which it's not that far away, I'd say about an hour or something, but I don't drive, so, and sometimes like when you go to places there's not enough room, and I'd have to be staying in a hotel or anything like that. So, and over Christmas, trying to get back from a certain place with no buses running and trains on strike and things like that, it's a bit awkward. You don't want people to, if they have a car, you don't want people to rely on people that have a car to say, yes, bring me back, or you know, or whatever like that. But the thing is, when we went on Christmas Day to the lady's house, my friend's sister-in-law's house, her husband, my friend's husband, drove us there and drove us back. But I mean, we weren't there all day, so he could come back and have a drink at home, you know, because I don't like that to happen to people, like, you know, them having to not have a drink because of me not being able to drive. So that's partly why I sort of spend Christmas on my own, and I mean I've only got 2 bedrooms, so it's not enough for like anybody. If I did, I mean I do have a hell of a long, excuse my language, a hell of a lot of a big family, and you wouldn't know it, but I do. But I would never, if any of them appeared on my doorstep, I would never be able to put them up. Well, I would in one room, but it all depends who would come. I mean, I've not got enough room for a full family or anything like that, you know. So it's a kind of a funny situation. You can either go for the day or you just spend it on your own or whatever, you know. Sometimes actually I feel it would be better if I just had Christmas Day on my own, and after that, see, like, I mean, because you've got like, well, you know, you've got like about 2 weeks between Christmas and New Year. You can see family any time of that time, in between that time as well. So you're still seeing them over the festive period. It doesn't have to be on Christmas Day. It doesn't have to be on New Year's Day. That's what I always say anyway. But I've got a bit of some plans for next year. It's kind of in the pipeline just now because, as you've heard me say, Christmas is not a great time for me at all. You know, I mean, you make it what it is, but to me, Christmas, if you're in the house on your own, because last year I had COVID, so Christmas, New Year, and my birthday were all spent in the house, so it wasn't really any different really to being in the house on your own. But last year I was supposed to be invited to my friend's house for Christmas. Well, I couldn't go, and then at New Year I go to my friend's house for New Year's Day. So I'm going there tomorrow. So hopefully I'll maybe try and get a wee bit of video done, because I don't like to video people if they're not really wanting to be videoed. You know what I mean? I can't just say, oh, smile, and that, you know, oh no, don't take me, you know. So it can be a hit or a miss. So we'll see what happens anyway. Yeah. So as I said, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to my friend's that I went to on Christmas Day, to her sister-in-law's. I'm going to her house for Christmas Day, which is only 5 minutes up the road. So that's good as well. And her cousin is here from Aberdeen. So and I've met her before, so we get on great. We all have a good time. So it'll be really good to have a meet up again, because I've not seen her since last, well, summer past. I was going to say, well, we are nearly into a new year, so summer past. Yeah, and that just seems like yesterday as well, because I was actually looking back at my pictures on my phone, and I actually saw the picture of her, and I thought, God, that doesn't seem like that was whatever. And that's another thing. I started this YouTube channel in June. I think it was June the 28th. And now we're into, no, I was going to say November, December. And I can't believe that how long ago I started that, because I can remember like planning to start it all, and you know, and I've got, what is it? Nearly, well, 123 subscribers. I never thought I say this like a broken record, never thought I'd get past about 10. You know, when I did have about 10, it's amazing. So, and you'll probably switch off after all this blether. But sometimes I think it's good to have a little chat about things at this time of year, because it's a sad time, it's a happy time, it's a mixed emotions time. As I said, my hair's all, I've got it tied back, because I'm going to wash my hair after and have a shower, and that's hence I'm like this. Because I got up late this morning actually. I didn't go to sleep till about 1 o'clock, and I was lying thinking to myself, you know, 1 o'clock. I'm just watching. I'm being nosy, because I've got I've got a bus stop across the other side of the house, the other side of the road from me, and there's a guy. You know, what's he doing? Oh, he's just waiting. Well, obviously he's waiting on the bus, but he's all wrapped up. Couldn't even see his face. I thought it was a bit suspicious. It was like all covered. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, so I'm going to go for a shower now, do my hair, see what I'm going to wear tomorrow. And oh, that's another thing, I haven't even made the Baileys yet, because I was supposed to go, it was another situation as well. I was supposed to make the Baileys because we were supposed to be actually going to my friend's house that I'm going tomorrow, but then there was a change of plan. and so I thought, well, I'll not bother making the Bailey, so I haven't made it yet. I might actually make it today, I'll see. If I do, I'll upload that video, but I certainly will upload it when I make it. Don't worry about that, I will. I won't forget you. As I said, I haven't made it for years anyway, so look at my hair. So I haven't made it for years, so but we'll get round to it. So yeah, what am I talking about now? Yeah, so this is the 31st of December. Got to keep thinking there. In 7 days, it's my birthday. And in 7 days, it's my son's birthday as well. So we celebrate the same birthday because he was born on my birthday. So that was a good birthday present for me. 31 years ago. So 31 years ago, well, 30 years ago now, I was waiting on my birthday coming, and little did I know that he'd be born on my birthday. I knew he'd be born around about that time, but I didn't know it would be on the actual day. So that was a really, really good present to have. You can't top that for a birthday present. So yeah, so I'm going away on the 5th till the 8th, I think it is. I'm not going to say where I'm going because I'll surprise you. It's not very far. It's not far at all, but I'm going out. So I'm staying in a couple of hotels. So I'm excited about that because I do like staying. Oh, I need to fix this hair. It's annoying me. Yeah, I do like staying in a hotel. I mean, I know it's expensive, but I've got quite a good deal on the first one, which is it's only in town because I stay like 5 miles out of town in Edinburgh. So I'm staying in one overnight, and then the next day I have to get a coach, and I'm going to where I'm going to, which is only about an hour and 20 minutes away maybe. So I'm staying in another hotel for 2 nights. So the deal I got for the hotel that I'm going to on the 5th is my bed, obviously, bed and the breakfast. The room, I should say, not the bed. Excuse me, I've just had my breakfast. The room and breakfast, I think, was £75, I think, for the night. So that's my birthday treat to myself. 1 night in a hotel. Well, it's 3 nights in a hotel. But I have to stay in the hotel for the next one because I'm going to visit some people. I'll explain all that in the next one because I don't want to say too much just now. So I'll update you with that later. Yeah, so 2 nights in the hotel at the place I'm going to as well, and that was quite cheap because that was bed and breakfast as well, and it was I think it was £158. So not too bad, I think. Doesn't happen very often, so it's my birthday, so it's my Christmas and my birthday to myself. So you should always give yourself a present, I think. Never leave yourself out. You're important too. So that's my plans for January. And after in the middle of January, no, wait a minute, what date is it? Is it the 20th? I've got the dentist as well. I have to get a fill-in. No, I'm dreading that. Then after that, it's just whatever happens. So hopefully some good things will happen in the year, and some more hauls and trips out, days out, nights out, funnies, anything, you know, baking, cooking, whatever. Good fun. So yeah, that's so I've told you my plans for New Year for tomorrow, and I've told you about the Christmas plans that happened. It went to somebody else's house and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting any miracles in this new year because I say that every year to myself. Maybe things will be better, maybe things will change, and it never does. So I never ever hope. I mean, I do hope for miracles sometimes, but I can't see any miracles happening in this situation that's happening in my life just now. Family related anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm never going to speak about it again. I'm not going to dwell on it because it's, well, I mean, I know it's family, but it's just absolutely not worth making yourself unwell or ill, because I have been unwell about it. I've made myself unwell with situations caused by family problems in the past, and it's just not worth it. You know, my health is well, I always say there's always, like, family are always going to be there, and the next generation and the next generation, but you only get one shot at life, so you have to go and do what you want. If you know, and if people want to be in your life, then they'll be in it. If they don't want to be in it, then they won't. Simple as. You can't force people to be in your life, and that's it. You have to just do your own thing and get on with life and take each day as it comes. Whether you see these family in that life, in that next year or the year after. But so far, since 2013, since I lost my mum, and now we're going into 2023, I can't see there being any change. I really can't see there being any change. So I actually, I said to my friend and I said to my son and that, I said, it's time for change, and it's time to move on, and it's time to just get on with the people you have in your life, and not dwell on the people you don't have in your life. Because some of the people that aren't in my life don't even know me. And I can't say too much about that either, because it's like actually like another generation who don't even know probably I exist. They've never heard me speak, they've never seen me or nothing like that. So, and there's nothing I can do about that. So before I know where I am, they'll probably pass me in the street and not know they're related to me, and there'll be nothing I can do. Hard as it is to say, but that's the situation. Right, so that's enough about my family and problems and whatnot. The thing I was going to say to you before I interrupted myself and went on to something else was, I'm planning, well, not planning, I'm looking into it so just now, for next year, or tomorrow it'll be this year, right? For the Christmas and New Year of next year, that period where people invite you, like me, for instance, invite you to their house. I don't know whether they say, you know, let's invite Joyce because she's going to be on her own. I mean, I'm grateful for the people that do ask me, or my friend and that, I really am, you know. But sometimes I feel, I don't know whether I might be just not imposing on them, but I mean, they're great that I have them and I get on great with them and everything. But I always say Christmas is a time for, like, family. But as I said to you, I'm not going to dwell on that again. So I hardly ever spend Christmas with family. So I always spend it with friends. So this coming Christmas, New Year, I've decided that I'm saying I might, I don't know, go away for the Christmas and the New Year abroad. I'm thinking of doing a solo holiday, and I don't know whether to try it out in the summer and maybe go away for a week somewhere. Maybe not too far. I don't know where. I don't know whether to go away for a week to Spain or something like that. I don't know, just even the Costa Brava or something like that. I don't know, in the summer. Just for 7 days or something like that. Just to see how I get on my own. Because... well, I mean, I'm going away to stay in the hotel on my own, which is only, like, not far from here. And then the other one I'm going to be spending 2 nights in. But I'll be seeing people over that certain period that I know. But if I was going away for the certain amount of time over Christmas and New Year, I wouldn't know anybody at all, you know. But sometimes you feel to yourself, you know, if you go away somewhere like that at Christmas and New Year on your own, will people feel sorry for you, and they'll say to you, why are you here at Christmas and New Year on your own? You should be with family. And that's what people always think, you should be with family at Christmas time. But I'm not, as I said, I'm not wanting to go into all that situation again. But this is what I mean, I wouldn't say to them, oh, well, I would just say I fancied a change. I just wanted to do something completely different, which would be the truth. I do want to do something completely different. And I would like to go away and do something on my own over Christmas and New Year, just to say I've done it. I mean, because, you know, like as I said last year, I was in the house with COVID all through Christmas, New Year, my birthday, right? So there was no celebration there. And then this year, I've been to friends for Christmas, I'm going to friends for New Year, and I'm going to relations, well, my son's, right? I'll say nothing, I'm just not saying too much about it just now, but because obviously I'm wanting to do, hopefully I can do a bit of videoing and things like that, and what all for my birthday. So it's not that I don't want to say too much about them, because they're great. I just don't want to say too much about this just now, because I want to do a video of it, if I can. If I can't, then I'll tell you all about it after. Do you know what I mean? I want it to be like because it's going to be as a surprise to me as it is to you. Because I've never been, the first hotel that I'm going to, I have been, because actually last year I stayed in that hotel for the night with my friend where we went for our Christmas meal, and after that, that's when I took ill with the COVID, like a couple of weeks or something after it. So I've been to this hotel, so I know exactly where it is and I know what it's like. The second hotel I'm going to, I've no idea. I've never been to it before, so this is all new to me. So that's why it's going to be like as a surprise to you as it is to me when I do all this, go to it. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I must admit, I'm looking forward to spending like the couple of nights in the hotel on my own, just doing my own thing in the room. You know, like having a wander maybe outside, or a wander around the hotel. They've got a swimming at the one that I'm going to, the second one, they've got a swimming pool, they've got a spa, I think they've got a jacuzzi, but I'm only going to be there for like 2 nights. I can't swim for a start, so that's useless to me. But it'd be nice just to have a wee look around and just see, you know, and then maybe later on, if it looks good and whatnot, I could maybe say to my friend, would you like to come for a wee spa weekend or something? We'll go to this hotel, check it out and see. So yeah, and then I can come in back into the room, because I'll be taking some gifts with me, and I've got like the bags and that, so I can put them all into bags and write my cards and that, so I can do all that. And I'm going to take like little sachets of you know, coffee. It's already made up, like lattes and mochas and all that, the ones that I buy, you know, in the boxes, because I know they'll have tea and coffee and that in the room, but you only get these tiny little drops of milk. And I mean, I don't take a lot of milk in my tea or coffee anyway, but the thing is, when you use up that milk, and you've got more sachets of tea and coffee left than you have of milk. So I'm going to take some of these sachets with me, so I can spare like the cups, spare like the coffees, their coffee, and use my own. Because I'm taking some tea bags as well, because I drink a lot of Earl Grey tea, and I can't see them having Earl Grey tea, but you never know, they might. But it'd probably be Tetley's or something, but not Tetley's Earl Grey, but Tetley's tea bags or something. But I do like my cup of Earl Grey. My friend doesn't like Earl Grey. She's not, as I said this 100 times, and I say this to her, you're not as posh as me. No, far from it. So I bet if I gave her a cup of Earl Grey, that's another story. If I gave her a cup of Earl Grey, she might actually know that it's a different. But the thing is, she doesn't like coconut. And I remember we went to London for a long weekend a good few years ago, and we went into an Indian restaurant, and we had our meals, and I ordered a Peshawar naan. Now Peshawar naan has got coconut in it, and she doesn't like coconut. Well, do you know, she ate it, she went, oh, that's lovely, it's really nice, that. And I went, it is, it's lovely, isn't it? And then it wasn't until we came out and I says, do you know that Peshawar naan has got coconut in it? Has it? God, she says, I didn't even know. And see now, she'll not eat coconut, but she will eat a Peshawar naan. I don't know, some people, yeah, so that's that. So I think I've told you as much as I can for now. Don't know what's going to be coming up next. Well, obviously there's going to be, if I can do any filming for New Year, I will. And my birthday, hopefully I'll get some footage of my birthday. I hope I will. And hopefully I can find out maybe for later on in the year, might book up just for a week. I mean, it doesn't have to be a week abroad at that time, because I could go to somewhere, I don't know, maybe Newcastle or York, maybe even for 3 days, 4 days, just to get that feel of travelling on. Well, I'm going to be travelling on my own, like over Christmas, over New Year, I mean. But I mean, it's just to get that feel of travelling on your own, and being on your own and going out on your own and things like that. Because for the one for Christmas and New Year, I want to actually go abroad. And I don't know where yet, but I want it to be somewhere that, if I want to, I know it sounds daft, but you know, when you're going away for Christmas and New Year on your own, I'd like to either have, even if I'm sitting on the balcony on New Year's Eve with a sea view or something like that. It's just, I think it's just being in a different place at that time would make all the difference, rather than being in your own house with so many memories every year. And that's what gets to me quite a lot, you know, even though it's like, because every New Year's Eve, which like tonight, will be spent in the house on your own, and there's nobody to turn around to and say, oh, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, till the next day, you know. Whereas I used to have my mum. So I'd like to even, I mean, even if I do go like for next year, and you could be like, they could have like a celebration in the hotel that you're in, and everybody's wishing each other a Happy New Year and that, and it might be a good atmosphere, and then that's it, you know. But it's just to be that feeling, to be in a different place at that time of year, might make all the difference in the world. So we'll see what happens. So it's been a bit of a sentimental journey, kind of, on this last of the year vlog. Hopefully it'll get better next year, and we'll have some laughs and good fun, and some celebrations and anything else that comes about, and just have a good year ahead. So yeah, so I'll just finish up now, and I'd just like to wish you all a very happy new year, and good blessings for the following year, the new coming year. I hope everybody stays safe, stay well, and I hope that this new year brings great joy to all of you, and many celebrations and love and enjoyment. So if you like this kind of content, or not, because it's not always like this, please hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel, every little bit helps. I'd like to try and go now for 200 subscribers, if that's possible, for next year. It would make my joy, or whatever, make my day, whatever, just to see the numbers go up and get a bit more. I know it'll take a long time to ever get to 1,000 subscribers, but who knows, one day. So anyway guys, you take care, stay safe, have a great new year, and I'll see you in 2023. Take care, bye bye.